Hello, ladies and gents. Welcome to Psychic Sundays.
And what a Sunday it is.
It has been quite a week. Thank you very much, Jupiter.
Yesterday, the most magical day of the year, if you don't know, May 18th, it is also called Kazimi.
Kazimi, that's right.
The roots are in Arabic, which means from the heart. So Jupiter is aligned perfectly with the sun. And see, when I go like that, it looks like I know exactly what I'm talking about, but I don't know exactly astronomically.
We know a little bit
it means
about
it's in front of the sun. When is it not in front of the sun?
How is your week, everybody? Honestly, because this week has been quite a big one. It was actually a very positive astrological or like planetary movement.
I was also in Sedona, Arizona, leading our retreat.
Yeah.
Did you notice I was gone for a few days?
For like 5 minutes.
I said I'm going out for some Captain Crunch, and then I was gone a while.
Is because I got my puppy. So Riz calls and he goes, I just want to talk to you and say hello because it's been a couple days. I've been so busy. And I'm like, yeah. Okay.
Go. They're going to think that I let a couple of days go by without calling you. That is not true.
Well, we've been texting.
It has never. No, I always call to eat. I even called you and said, I even called you late at night and I said, I was busy all day, but I have to hear.
Straight up.
That is not true because Erica's going to verify right now. Do you remember when I called? Do you remember when I called and I said, I don't want a day to go by where you don't hear my voice.
You said that on the third day.
No, Erica.
You better blip out right now.
I remember him saying
yes
about a day
should not go by where you don't hear my voice.
That's right.
And then you said I'm very busy.
I don't even know that you missed a day or not.
See, it's people, we call this the art of receiving. And Jupiter aligning perfectly with the sun, as I was saying earlier, for May 18th, the most powerful magical day of the year.
Yes.
I wonder if we have any May 18th birthdays out there.
Oh my gosh. Let us know if you have a May 18th birthday. This week was so intense.
I still wouldn't trade my birthday for May 18th. I would trade my birthday for Halloween.
Should never
October 31st.
Take the name of Taurus in blasphemy again in front of me.
Was I blasphemous?
You would never trade to be a Taurus?
I don't have any Taurus in my chart.
You guys take back all the Captain Crunch gifts that you were planning on giving him.
First of all, who said something about Captain Crunch? You were saying?
Yes, somebody is offering you a box of Captain Crunch. Okay, Julianne Evans,
that is so
Captain Crunch
sweet.
Money for Riz. Big love and gratitude. Oriah, look away because there's sugar. Yes, I agree.
I'm going to start to get to be known like all I do is eat Captain Crunch. First of all, I want to say this. I'm not even done with my Christmas crunch, and it's May 19th.
Well, yes.
Well, it'll last forever, right?
Yes.
So, thank you, Julianne.
Yes.
Thank you, Julianne. That was so sweet of you to add to the Captain Crunch fund.
Yes.
Okay.
So let's see who is in our live chats. Right now we have the first one is Rogue, and she says...
Rogue from X-Men?
Yes.
Yes.
Damn.
And she says, I assume it's a she.
Rogue is a
with a lot of red hearts. Here's what she said. The Sunday show is always interesting.
Rogue, I have a bit of advice for you. I made a meme, Rogue.
The Sunday show is interesting.
No, it's not interesting. It could be anything but interesting. I made a meme years ago and I put it on Instagram and I said, interesting is the most boring word on the planet. Everyone stop saying interesting. Just pick yummy words. Say it's yummy or say it's not yummy. You don't have to like it, but don't say interesting.
Okay. Bernadette, hello everyone. She's saying, and Jason Graham, Monday here in Oz. To all our Aussie people, hello.
Y'all tune in supposedly a day later.
Yes.
Yeah.
So Jason technically is tuning in from the future.
Yeah.
And
so how is it over there in the future, Jason?
How is it, Jason, in the future? Starseed. How's tomorrow today?
And we have Amy saying hello from Ohio. We have Paul saying hello. Mm-hmm. And we have Kat and Christine, Sharon from New Zealand, or Shannon from New Zealand. Miriam, Arthur, hi Erica,
We're going to be
Linda
in New Zealand.
Straub,
We're going to be in New Zealand next year.
Nancy S, Jersey Shore.
Nice.
Yeah. And there's more and more.
I haven't been to the Jersey Shore. There's Jersey Shore is Wildwood. I think there's also Avalon.
And
I know. I was there when I was like 23.
Lisa says it feels like we're all hanging out, jiving together.
We are.
And that's exactly what is happening.
Yeah.
And let's see. Yeah. So Erica just said hello to New Zealand.
People are signing on. And
I just saw that.
I want to talk a little bit more about how April just, I don't know where it went.
Yeah.
It was, April is so Aries. They come and go so fast, you don't even know what happened.
Yep.
Then May comes in. Here's what May does.
Brings flowers.
May says, yes, May says hello, Beltane, yay, spring. We put flowers all over the place. And it was like May 2nd. And now it's May 19th. That's what May does. May jumps from the 2nd to like the 19th.
Yeah, but I'm dragging it out.
How so? It's already the 19th.
Because I got a dog, because I'm wearing costumes, because I put millions of flowers everywhere.
You did?
Speaking of puppies, I wonder if we should bring Rocket.
Now? Okay.
I'll go get him.
Go get him.
When would you? Oh, by the way, if you're new to our channel, welcome. I am Lady O, an intuitive empath, and
I'm Riz the Wiz, Trance Channel, Shaman, psychic medium, and I like to say my new thing is locksmith.
Can I add something to that?
But wait, let me break down what locksmith is first. You want to add before I break it down?
It's okay.
Okay, so I encourage everyone out there to be a locksmith at whatever you do, because you are unlocking things for people. So I don't care if you are a baker, you're unlocking sweetness and flavor for people. If you're a psychic medium, you are helping people unlock that portal to the other side. If you're a shaman, you are helping people unlock, or I want to say get back into their house where they lock themselves up. When you lock yourself out of your house, you need the locksmith to help you back in. When you lock yourself out of your soul, your spirit, your center, the shaman comes, or the healer comes to help you kind of take that lock off the door and open the door up back to your spirit, to yourself, to your center, and go, hey, you can go back in now. Or you may decide, I don't want to go back in. I think I want to make a new center. And then you go there. So that's my locksmith discussion. That has you very fascinated, I can tell.
Well, because my thing that I was going to add to your list was even more fascinating, because I was going to say you're an alien communicator, which trumps everything.
You know what's interesting for me? Being a trance channel for so many years, I live in the world of constantly hearing guides, my own guides, people's guides, spirits that are in empty spaces when we do paranormal investigations. But oftentimes, as what you're saying is alien communication, like that's just like, it's like a part of my normal life.
I know, it's it's such a relaxing and casual and normal experience for you. You don't actually realize that most people cannot channel extraterrestrial beings, and they also don't have direct connection to them.
I think that if I had heard disturbing messages from aliens, it would be a different feeling. But I always get such positive. Look, we say the word alien. Look, we're not the only ones in the universe, and they are far more advanced who are in the physical. That's what we mean by extraterrestrial, because spirit guides are not extraterrestrial, they're interdimensional. They don't live on a terrestrial landscape. They don't live on another planet. Spirit guides are living in the dimension of awareness, of divine energy. The extraterrestrials are physical beings like you and I, our cousins in many ways, and live on other planets and have advanced technologies. And I'm not the only channeler in the world that has channeled them. But the information I do channel is deeply connected past the whole idea of what's your technology like on your planet and all of that, but it goes more into consciousness, how they want us to consciously evolve.
And create ourselves, yeah.
That being said, I just want to take this moment to say we're very blessed to be together, all of us, through this thing called technology. We're very blessed to be in this present moment in time, even though this recording is going out live and it's not a recording. it is still in the now. So if you watch this 2 days from now, or you are watching this now, a month from when this was broadcast, it is still now. And this energy, this magnifying power that's regenerating, oscillating, expanding through these airwaves, don't have to travel very far. They're instantly there at the speed of thought, which is the fastest speed that exists in reality, which is your creation. And you're always creating at all times. And messages tonight, let's talk about that.
Yes. And before we talk about messages tonight, I'm going to talk to you guys about the message I left for you all at the beginning of the night. If you read it, if you didn't, I'm going to remind you, if you have any questions, if you want to ask us regarding any topic, whether it be about aliens, about psychic work that we do.
Or what's this little stuff
it
that's
could
on
be
the
about
desk
something
here?
personal in our life. It could be anything you would like to ask us. We'd like to just kind of take any random questions right now before we actually
I have a random question for you.
to our psychic mediumship questions. And I'm going to take Rocket and show Rocket.
I have a question for you. Since you said any random questions, I noticed that there's an object here. Here's the object. There is still a price tag on the bottom of this.
I don't have him. Okay.
Do you know that? Hi. Would you look at this? Look at this cutie pie.
This is a mini Ewok from Star Wars.
Say hi, Rocket. Hi, Rocket. A moment of zen. Oh, he kissed you guys.
His wet nose went on the lens.
I hope
and now
it didn't.
I'm thinking that I might have done something to the lens.
Well, we'll find out in a second if his wet nose went on the lens.
See him watching the play.
Okay.
Let's see. Oh, it's so cute though. So cute.
No, it's okay.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
How many
Only on
hosts
Second
are going to
Sundays.
show you their new puppy and put their nose up to the lens? That's some real love right there. Sharing.
He only gets a little bit bigger than this, by the way. He's a teacup Yorkie. And he has this little bell.
This is all he wanted.
Otherwise, he'll get stepped on in the house because no one will know he's there.
This is all he wanted was for me to hold him.
So hold him.
Do you want to hold him?
Sure. Okay. So random questions. Let's put him right here. Let's see if he stays there.
Okay.
I have to put my knees together like this or he'll fall through.
He is a teacup Yorkie. Yes.
Yeah.
He is 12 weeks old. His birthday was February 27th.
Is that his birthday?
Yeah, it's 2 days from Melissa's birthday. I think
So
that
he's a
puts him at
Pisces.
12. He's a Pisces.
He's a Pisces. You got to do his chart.
Yeah, I do.
Aw, okay. So I'm everybody just saying hello to cute Rocket.
I just want to bring up something as we all talk about how cute Rocket is. So this thing still has its price tag on it.
Somebody said pocket rocket.
This is Cobalt Aura. Look how beautiful that is. I don't know where we got this from. It looks like a spearhead, doesn't it? But it's Cobalt Aura.
I know exactly where I got that from.
Where?
The Integratron.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But that must have been years ago.
Yeah.
Guess how much this was? There's a price tag still on it. When you were there, it's probably 10 years ago. Okay, say how much it was.
Why is this conversation happening right now?
Because you said ask you random questions.
Oh my God. Does any of you want to switch places with me right now?
How much you want.
Let's ask everybody how much you
co-host?
think. That's a quiz question.
Okay.
All right. Let's talk about, if you're just joining us, live readings, psychic readings, free readings. We're happy to accept donations if you like. It's not required. All the readings are free, my friends. And want to tell everybody the house rules, or do I need to say them? If it's a mediumship.
They're written in the thing.
Okay, so read like the rules, guys. There's house rules. And if you're just joining us, we definitely like to take people who are brand new first.
Yeah.
Now look, this is the way it goes. It's real casual, laid back. You're here in the living room hanging out with us on a Sunday night, and we're just gonna take it easy and flow, do some readings, chat, have fun, do some readings, chat, have fun, and in between we will see how you guys are doing. Now, for mediumship readings, we just need the first name. I just need the first name of the person who has crossed over. Your first name.
Oh, people are guessing how much.
They're actually putting prices.
How much was
People
how
were
much is the
putting
Cobalt
prices.
Aura? Go ahead. What is it?
Hippie Love. Is her name Anita?
I'm not sure.
Okay. $24.99. Jennifer said $35.
The price is wrong, but thank you. We gotta. You guys live in expensive. You're bougie crystal shops. You guys go to $17.95.
The price is wrong.
$17.95.
Really? That's what it was?
That was 70. It says the price tag's still on it.
90, no one does 95 anymore. It's always 99 now.
I'm the Bob Barker of the psychic world. Don't you see the resemblance?
So Paul said something kind of psychic right now, Buckshot. He says, what if I identify as a new person? That was very good because Erica and I were talking earlier. She said the other day she was with a group of people and she realized that she does not identify with anybody there.
Erica's with people other than us?
And she said, I don't identify with everyone here. So therefore I must leave.
Well, let's talk about, okay, so that's for, look, it's not just mediumship readings, guys. It's readings on anything, and they also don't have to be personal questions. It could be things that you're curious about, the psychic or metaphysical or paranormal world, and you want to talk about that. I answer those questions. Also, the way that I take questions, Lady O and E go through the questions, and they psychically we're all very connected, the three of us, and they know which ones, most of the time they know which ones I feel I should answer. And that's the way it goes. It's not we go one after another question. It's all vibe. It's all what I feel my guides are telling me. That being said, part 2 is spirit shoutouts. What are those? Spirit shoutouts are when I start opening up like I'm opening up right now as we speak. I feel my guides give me messages. It might be a name of a person who's coming through from the other side that's connected to someone who's watching live right now. And it might be a situation, a place, an object, something that connects me to you who is watching. If that is you, type it in, hey, I think that's me. And then I'll get to you and give you the message. All right? There we go. And let's talk about the empathic topics that you will be discussing, teaching, sharing. This is too cute. I have to give him to you.
It's so distracting because he's so cute.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
All right, let's talk about what you're going to handle.
So as far as empathic questions, that entails anything to do with your spiritual growth and what kind of bumps along the road that you have in your evolution on your soul path. So if you're in flow as a healer, or you're in flow with your family and friends and you're wanting to know how to make it easier, or needing to work with your body in a different way than you have been, because it's not, let me just put it to you straight. When you're living a higher vibrational life, your body is immediately going to tell you all the things that you can't do anymore. So the food you eat, the things you drink, the places you go, your body's going to reject it. And so that's a part of the ascension process, the awakening process. So you have to start learning to be sensitive and listen to those things. So if you have questions about that, there's so many things that fall under the category of empath. So anybody who has any questions in those areas, you can shoot them out to me and I can take those.
Also, you're really good with what I call psychic parenting, meaning you psychically, I don't mean that you're giving psychic messages to your kids. What I mean by that is that understanding your children from a psychic perspective means that you're dropping into who they are as souls. That's what that means, psychic parenting. It's just who are they as souls? All the kids are different. As you guys know, you're different than your siblings, and your kids are different from each other. And the way you parent one is not the way you parent another, right? So how to tune into that. She's very, very good at that as well. Could you pass me a tissue?
Yes.
Thank you.
So Bernadette is saying that she's been thinking of Bob Marley, wonder if he'll come through for someone.
Uh-huh.
So I have a little Bob Marley story for you. First, let me just say, we have tuned into Bob Marley in the last 5 years. And we feel very strongly that his spirit has kind of splintered out into many other identities. So he has really just expanded. And the identity of Bob Marley is not so potent and coming to the earth to be known as Bob Marley through guides and people, as we have tried knocking on his door, asking if he'd like to visit, and we just get this feeling that he's doing bigger work and he's moved on.
Because in 2009, I did actually channel him.
That's the story I was just about to say.
Right. Was channeling him in 2009, and then we checked, and it was a full trance channel. He spoke, and then 5 years ago we checked in, and so there's this process that we have observed in the mediumship readings where they begin to become free of, the soul begins to become free of the identity that they began to be known for in one particular lifetime. So Red Eagle is one of them. Red Eagle is my main guide who comes through. Everyone sees him, he's a Native American, or he's like a tree, or and that's how they kind of see him. And yet, when I tune into Red Eagle, he's free of the ethnic identity of being Native American. I will be free of the ethnic identity of being Indian or whatever, and so will all of you. Mm-hmm. And that is an identity here. You don't have an ethnicity on the other side. It does not exist. Even when they come through to you, your loved ones, and they look the way they did in the ethnicity that as you knew them to be, that's only because they're doing you a favor, basically. They're doing this to show you that, hey, you recognize me, because if I come in my other form, it's going to be too distracting. If they come in a different look, it'll be too distracting. So very, very powerful souls who come to move the planet with their vibrations, such as an artist such as Bob Marley, who came to, of course, speak about peace, love, emancipation of the soul, the freedom of that. What does it really mean to be rich? There's a great talk he gave where they said, aren't you rich? He goes, I'm rich in my soul. I don't know about how rich I am with money. So he gave all these potent messages. Now he's free of his earthly duties.
I really feel like Bob Marley's main message is actually, imagine being that his main message is one love, right? So imagine now you've ascended, time has gone on, whatever time looks like on the other side, and he's evolved into where he is now. So if he is someone's guide, if he's one of your guides, he actually is like teaching you the highest lesson, which is to take everything as a teaching, to see everything as wisdom, lessons, and teachings from nature, from the earth, from the sky, from your spirit guides, from yourself. Like, he is so all-encompassing. It's almost like he has become so ethereal. Like, he's one of the guides I feel that has become ethereal. Somebody mentioned Red Eagle said, Mermaid Sea Witch, this Jenny, said on 11/11/11, one of her friends got a message from Red Eagle that Bob Marley was her guide. So that's
amazing.
why I said that.
On 11/11/11?
Yes, which is
on our wedding anniversary.
Wedding anniversary.
When we got married. Okay, so I'm going to spray some of this wonderful spray. This is Nag Champa, frankincense, and rosewood. I got this in Sedona. I love how this smells. It's like instant spiritual bookstore in your house. Why didn't they just call it that?
That's a good name.
Instant spiritual bookstore in your house. It's just ISBIYH. Isn't that catchier?
Yeah.
Here we go. Close your eyes. All right. You want some? No, I don't want to spray the dog. See, I like when I spray something, what it does is helps me to just be in that vibration. Okay, a few spirit shout outs. Are we ready to go?
Whoa.
That woke you up.
You okay?
Okay, here we go. Spirit shout-outs. Number one, I am getting a message that there is someone currently who's watching. Someone is coming through from the other side who, they're connected to the name Darren. So either you're Darren, or this person's Darren, or this person in your family is Darren, but there's somebody who's coming through. It is a female. Okay, thank you. Number two, there is a whale connection. I feel like this is you're in the room where there's a whale image. Now, this could be a stuffed animal, or it could be something that's on the wall. It's almost like, I almost feel like something that you could hang on the wall, like a fish or something that you hang on the wall. Yeah, it's more of that. They're showing me this. So if that's you, let me know. And so Frida Kahlo also is a really great spirit guide, and she's connected, I think, to somebody out there have something of hers in their room right now, because she's bringing that forward. That if there's a message for you, if you have that. Okay, those are the 3 spirit shout-outs, and I think, why don't we get to some questions, readings?
Yeah, I definitely have some. Okay, so Patricia is asking, hello, my good friend Michael transitioned on August 20th, 2018, and his birthday is today.
Well, guess what?
Want to see if you might have a message for me.
And his name is what? Michael?
Yes.
And that's Patricia?
Yes.
Well, Patricia, guess what? There's more than one birthday connection happening today, because his birthday's today, but my birthday's August 20th. So how beautiful is that? And I'm sure Michael's going to come through right now. How crazy is that? I have to tell you something. You ever see those dune buggies that you ride over the sand, right? If you've never been in one, you know what they look like. Michael is just like rocking and rolling on these sand. He's like having fun, almost like the way a 17-year-old would be having fun. Riding dune buggies over this sand is how I see him. And almost like going, yeehaw, like having a great time. And he's in the middle of it. I see this big smile. I see a big, like, you know, when people go like that. I see that kind of energy coming from him right now. And absolutely happy to be here. Also, thank you. He's wanting me to let you know that it's like he knows that he was a force in life, but he also felt like he was, and I'm talking on the soul level. When I say something like this, it means there's a soul level and this earth level. Earth level is all of us just want to be happy, don't want to die. Soul level is I'm making choices to leave the planet and things to do on my future soul path. So we're talking soul level. He felt almost forced to be here for some reason. And I'm not getting why. I'm just getting, that's what he felt like on the soul level, okay? Also, did somebody break their arm, or did you fracture something or hurt your arm? Because he's going like this to an arm, and I assume that that's your arm, Patricia. Also, November, end of November has some significance. I don't know if this is a birthday or anniversary, but it's end of November. And I have to tell you, the whole tribe is with him on the other side. It's like also this very strong tribal Native American feeling coming over me about him. He kind of whispers to you. It's where you feel, Patricia, like someone, you almost like, did somebody say something? That's his energy coming through. Who is he to her? Her good friend?
Yes.
Don't stop listening to the music. He's like, don't turn it, when you hear the song when you hear the music that reminds you of me, don't turn it down, turn it up. Don't turn it off, turn it on. He wants you to know he's always connected to you. There's always this thread of communication that you have with him that's very special, very psychic. Look, he wasn't just your good friend. You guys were together in a past life, meaning you were like a couple in a past life. In this life, I guess it was just friends, but that's the depth of this connection. I'm waiting to hear back from you. Let me know what she says.
We've got some spirit shout-outs.
Spirit shout-outs in the meantime. Let's go to spirit shout-outs.
Alrighty, so Kat Perryman has a picture of a fluking whale tail on their wall.
Right now?
Yes.
Okay, is she the only one with the whale?
Yes.
Great, that's the one. I said it's on the wall, it's a whale, and her name is Kat?
Yes.
Okay, Kat, so whale spirit has a message for you. And that is knowing that you are now ready to carry peacefully all the stories and legacies of your life without any drama attached anymore to them. The whale energy moves forward through the water in peace, because nothing's going to get that blue whale, nothing's going to get that orca whale. They just have this majestic power and grace, and nobody messes with them. But it isn't because they're badasses or they're like, get away from me. That's not their energy. Their energy is, I'm just massive and I'm peaceful in my home, which is the ocean. So this is about guiding you home. I also see this as a symbol for if there's anything you want to do to improve your home, or to even if you want to move homes, that this is a sign for that. Okay? Thank you.
More spirit shout-outs.
Go ahead. More spirit shout-outs.
So we had 2 for Frida Kahlo.
Yeah, give me the Frida one.
All right. Debbie.
Yes, that's the one.
Okay. Debbie has a Frida Kahlo painting she bought in Mexico 20 years ago. She's one of her favorite painters.
Thank you. Debbie, this one is for you. I know there's another person, but as soon as you said the name Debbie, they said that's the one we're talking about. So, so message from Frida for you, because she loves that you have this. And hopefully you're sitting in the room where this painting is, because that's how they were showing me this message. So Frida is a guide, and she came to show that in my take of her energy, she came from a place of pure, unfiltered truth in her art, that she just let it go without trying to do anything. At first, she was under the shadow and influence and great mentorship of Diego, if you don't know the movie. But other than that reference, what I want to say is she was bringing her own brand of femininity to herself, okay? And that is what her message is to you, is to own that and to know that you can connect to your beauty in your way. It's not about anybody else's standards, but give yourself a little bit more permission to be more eclectic in your clothing choices. You don't have to fit in so much. Just really start to feel and go a little bit extra this year. Go a little bit extra with clothing choices. All right.
Confirmation, Patricia.
Patricia.
Michael was a very close friend. We got each other's references, and music was huge.
Okay, great. So glad. That's why he said don't stop listening to the music.
And Kat Perryman said she actually had a whale encounter yesterday.
Kat had a whale encounter yesterday.
That's awesome.
Man, the spirits just come in like that. Okay, love it.
Okay.
Also, one more spirit shout out. There's a message. Someone called TT. Like someone's nickname was that. TT. Okay.
Jessiana Ariani.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Riz. I recently found out I have a breast cyst. Going to see my PCP in July. Do my guides have any messages about that or general messages? Thank you.
Sure, I can tune into that. I do some health readings as well. I mean, you clearly already got the health reading here. And you know, what a scary thing to see, right? Oh, I have something in my breast and this is really serious. So anytime I give a medical mediumship reading, I always say, see your PCP, see your specialist, do all the medical stuff that you need to do. I believe in a holistic approach to health, which is do your scientific, physical stuff, and then you do your spiritual, metaphysical stuff. That's called holistic approach. Number one, when as a shaman we look at anything that's happened in the reproductive organs or anything associated with that, we are looking at connection to our femininity or masculinity. We're also looking at our connection to mother, when it is in that area as it is with you, and where you heal that. Also, the overarching messages, of course, is to slow down, to breathe deep, to go into a place that is safe feeling for you. Because, as you know, 50% of, and I would say that very conservatively, I would say 50% of how we're feeling gets exacerbated by the emotional state that we're in. How we're physically feeling gets worse by what negative emotions we're also feeling at that time. So this is a call to love that is coming from inside of you. It is a call to love, a call to be in love with yourself more. And that is the deep, deep healing going on here. So, of course, do the medical stuff, but take time to practice this heart chakra openings, connection to self, connection to feeling safe in your first chakra, second chakra, which is your reproductive organs, your place of sacred sexuality, and feeling safe in that. But I feel good about it in the sense that it's something that feels manageable. It doesn't feel right now to be this big in terms of energy. That's how I look into the body. Like, what level are we at? How bad is this making her feel? But I don't get that right now. I do feel that this is a perfect time that you're going and handling it. Okay.
So Shannon Ramey.
Shannon Ramey.
Hello, beautiful souls. I'm in desperate need of some guidance right now. Can you please ask my guides why I didn't get the home I truly felt I was meant to live in?
Ooh.
Do I let it go and look elsewhere?
Ooh, yes, you let it go. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about this, guys. Let's drop in. Shannon, what you're bringing up is so important, not just for you, but for so many people watching. The feeling that the opportunity that was perfect was missed or dropped. This is, believe it or not, this is more of a shamanic question because we're talking about how we are receiving, manifesting, generating, or we're losing, letting go, or feeling that we missed out. So, home, understanding it. You have your sights set on it. It's the perfect one. My God, it looks so perfect. It feels so perfect. It's mine, it's mine, it's mine. Then you don't get it. What do you do? That could be with a job. That could be with a person. That could be with something very, very tiny. Like, oh, damn, they don't have that donut I wanted today. You know, you go into the bakery and you really wanted it and it's not there and you leave so disappointed. That would be my thing, by the way. Okay. So going back to the home, number one, you must let go of attachment to the home because in that attachment to it, see, before it was hope and now it is disappointment. Before the vibration was hope. I hope I get this house. I want this house, which is more on the positive end. Now it's, damn, I didn't get it. I'm disappointed. How come? What are the factors here? Right? That goes in more into the negative. So you don't want to go back into this vibration. If anything, you need to go into the more positive vibration would be back into the joy and connection of the house rather than this. That's a very difficult, tall order to switch tracks back to the original innocent vibration of positivity. It's hard to do. So I would suggest a third, which is allowing yourself to let go, get off all tracks, take a deep breather, trust that home is always somewhere where you are guided to and it will open up even when all the odds are against it. It always happens that way. So allow yourself now to say, okay, it's not that I don't deserve it. Nobody's punishing me. No one is taking anything away from me. It's going to go where it needs to go, and I'm going to be placed where I need to be placed. And this is a big, big surrender for you. Okay, so allow that to happen. And then, side note, I don't even want to tell you this, but a lot of the time, guys, when you do that, things circle back around and suddenly, oh, the other person's offer fell through because you let go. But it doesn't happen until you authentically let go, not just say you let go. Okay.
Do you remember some of the houses that we wanted at times? And it just got picked up before we got a chance to get it. And that feeling we had. But then we realized way later, like everything in our soul path that we needed to understand and experience happened in the house that we did find. And it was just divine orchestration that we didn't get that house. And you just go with that flow. Okay, so next question is...
Yes. Sorry, go ahead.
You can say something?
Yeah, I was going to say any spirit shout-outs, but I think Erica would say it if there were.
Okay.
There is one.
There is one.
How psychic of you. Lordonia works. Their best friend, Darren.
Yes, Darren.
Female.
Yes.
Lost her father, Jay, recently.
Thank you.
And I'm now helping her with distance healing because she's undergoing surgery on Tuesday.
How cool is this? Lordonia?
Yes.
First of all, Lordonia, what a name. Is that really your name? Even if it's not your name, you should make that your name. Lordonia, Queen of the Everglades. Does that sound good? Why did I say Everglades?
Wow.
Florida.
You never know. Is that Florida?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Dad on the other side saying Darren's name, and Darren is your friend who just lost her dad? Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you. There's two people here. I have to tell you, there's a woman and there's a male. But okay, but they're saying the name Darren. And Darren's having a procedure on Tuesday, which is in 2 days. This is the international symbol for 2, Erica.
Thank you.
Isn't it strange that this is the number 2? Okay. So, a message for Darren. This came through as a big wave of love, a big hello. We're okay. It's 2 people, by the way, so I have to reiterate that. It's not just a male. There's also a female here. Doesn't have to be her mom, but just got to say there's a female who's with The dad. Thank you. They're supportive. They're present. They will be there for the procedure. And Darren is loved.
She says, Lordonia's going to Florida in 2 weeks.
Lordonia is...
Well, Everglades is all correct.
Lordonia's going to Florida, honey. Did you know you married a psychic? When she rings the bell, that's a yes. I'll take that as a yes. How's Rocket doing?
He's okay until the bell.
Does he need any rocket fuel?
He's not going to be crazy about the bell action.
All right, let's not do any more bells.
Well, we can't not do bells. We have to do bells. He has to get used to it, but I'll cover his ears.
That's a good idea.
Are you ready for the next question?
I sure am.
So, Polo.
Yes.
She is here and has a question.
Hi, Polo. What's your question?
It was her birthday the other day.
Oh.
And she said, I want to have a baby. This is her question. I want to have a baby and meet a great love. I don't care which order that comes in. Do you have a hit as to when or where I can meet my next beau?
Your baby is
Is he the father of my baby? And what can I do to usher it in?
What was the question right before? Is he the father of maybe my next beau?
Do you have a hit as to when or where I can meet my next beau? Mm-hmm. Is he the father of my baby? And what can I do to usher it in?
The first thing I see is that he's from a hot and dry climate. So that is more of a desert type of climate. It's not a beach climate. It's not a mountain climate. It's a hot and dry climate is what I'm getting. Or he's constantly there. That's the number one thing you'll know. So either he's from there, that type of landscape, or he's constantly going to that landscape. And so it's definitely not the town that you live in, which I know what that is. Okay. All right, Polo. So yes. I actually see him already having a child or two of his own. They're a little bit more grown, but open to a third or an additional. With you, open to it. Yes. I would also suggest that you freeze your eggs. Freeze them. That's all. No big heavy emotion attached to it. You do it because you're intelligent. And that makes sense to do that. So do it. Thank you. Brought to you by your friendly neighborhood spiritual guides.
Okay. Bernadette, Desire. That's how I'm going to say your last name from now on because it looks like Desire. What is the difference between a shaman, medium, or intuitive empath?
That's a great question. It's a pretty easy answer. A shaman is not necessarily psychic in the way. Did she say psychic or a shaman and a medium?
Yeah.
Well, a medium is one who connects to those who have crossed over on the other side. An intuitive empath is one who feels the emotions of another person, whether they're past or they're living, and places or things. An empath really goes by their feelings. And I'm sure we got a master empath sitting next to us so she can delve further into that. And as far as a shaman goes, a shaman is not necessarily one who dresses like a shaman. Some of our high school teachers who changed our lives, I feel, were shamans in disguise. Okay, so a shaman is one who understands the elements of nature. That's the traditional understanding. The elements of nature, also its connection to ether, is also nature. So it's not just the plants, trees, flowers, and birds and bees here, but also the outer universe physically. But understanding that and how to become more aware of it, and that you are one with it, and all of that is one creation, oneness, and how you are surrendering to it and how it comes through you and expands through you. And that could be through sacred plant medicine ceremonies. It could be through non-medicinal ceremonies. It can be through understanding breath work. It can be through a kind of physical exercise. In the East, it could be Tai Chi that they're teaching you. In native traditions, it could be drumming. Right? So there's so many different ways, but a shaman who's one who brings you into that. Usually nature is connected to that. As a shaman, I've led over 2,300 medicine journeys and non-medicine journeys. And all of it has been about, can you feel at safe on earth and one with your physical environment, also surrender to the larger psychic environment from which you come from and shall return to and are always connected to presently.
Jennifer D., question about channeling. Is it common to have a sore throat, head, and neck pain, crying, not sad, just crying like I'm home crying?
Absolutely.
Happens with Gaia and trees. Thanks and blessings.
So channeling can have very strong physical effects, especially in the beginning. I encourage those who are experiencing the channeling phenomenon, which is that messages are coming through you and you're starting to lose control of what you know as yourself. Not in a bad way, but meaning there's a feeling coming over you. Sometimes people feel that when they're getting high or getting drunk, like something's happening, right? You get this shift, right? But it's not an out of control feeling. It's more like, ooh, my hand is supposed to go like this. You know, when I first started channeling, it wasn't words. It wasn't the guides coming through in a verbal way. It was, I wanted to move like my hands like this. I wanted to kind of just lean back. It was loosening me up physically. That was appropriate for me. It may be something different for you guys. Now, the energy is so powerful. When it comes through, it can leave you exhausted. How many times in the first year that we met when I was channeling, I was still going through the starving when I finished channeling. And I used to eat all this food to ground, right? So in the beginning, you may need to do that. It's a great excuse to indulge because, hey, I was channeling and now I can have these 3 different things to eat.
Yeah. Seriously.
But please do the work that the channeling and the spirit guides teach you, which is how to be in balance of body, mind, and spirit. Take the message so that, as so many channelers I know have had their bodies just, we've seen it. They start to just break after years of channeling because they're not rising to the vibration to handle it. They don't upgrade their own vehicle every year.
What do you think you've had to do to raise your vibration to be able to handle the amount of channeling you do?
Keep up with you.
Well, that's no easy task.
Okay. Number 2, what I've had to do, as you know, keep my sense of humor. Number 2, allow myself to not become so serious where that's all I'm doing. That now, because I have my channel is open, that I'm going to spend morning to night channeling. I didn't cut myself off from society, right? I ate 90% clean, I would say, and 10% indulged. And I laughed. Look, I'm saying the same things 3 times. Humor, don't be so serious, laugh. Right? But your question was, how did I handle the vibration? I worked out too, as you know.
You know, my observation, what I think how you've changed since first time I saw you channel in 2010.
Right.
Is
2009 actually you saw me channel.
Yeah. I literally have seen you become like He-Man.
I was physically very different when you met me.
Yeah.
I was 30 pounds lighter. I gained a lot of muscle working out and doing resistance training. My look is different, but it's the internal, isn't it?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's almost I can't even describe what I have seen in how you've changed in order to keep up with the amount of trance channeling you do.
Well, I could have gone the other way.
I can't even imagine other people who try to trance channel as long and for as many hours and for as many years
and
as you have.
And as many guides as I channel. I don't just channel one.
It would destroy their physical bodies.
I think I'm made for it, right? I think that there's some people who are made for things like, look, we're not all, no matter how hard you train, not everybody can become an MMA fighter. Not everybody can become a ballerina, right? Not everybody can become someone who becomes a rock climber. I think there's something you're born with. And for me to be a trance channeler on a global stage, on a global level, where I can channel for thousands of people from morning to night, do books, do appearances, do podcasts, do retreats, do all of these things because I'm made for it. And then on top of it, I train. So there's athletes who are top athletes. They're genetically gifted. And then they have to work really hard. So I don't want to put out there to you guys that if you just do what I do, you'll channel like me. You're not supposed to channel like me. You're supposed to channel like you. You're supposed to channel like you. It might be through music, might be through food, might be through dance, might be through writing, might be through accounting. You channel the numbers. You're in all those frequencies and you're benefiting mankind by helping them that way. These are important things, guys. So as far as channeling the spirit guides, trance channeling. Remember, we're talking about you leave your body. Oh, that's a strong physical thing. So to the person who asked that question, we're coming full circle back to you, is get your body strong, do lots of yoga, eat clean, don't put any substances in your body unless it's sacred shamanic medicine under the guidance of a shaman, and laugh, 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 love, 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 take it easy in relationships, have a lot of humor, keep pets around, and feed your inner child.
So I'd like to drop in and say some words of wisdom as well.
Please, I'm going to sit back a little bit.
I would like to share with you guys some advice on how to get through devastating news, devastating trauma, and be on your spiritual path and possibly even be a healer. How do you do all that and take care of yourself? That's really, really a tall order to do that. And the number one thing I would tell you is the only way that you are going to have a successful life, a happy life, a healthy life, is you have no choice, but you're going to have to take care of yourself. And you're going to have to take it so seriously, like you put tires on the car, you put gas in your tank, and you take care of your vehicle to get to work. You're going to have to take care of your body like that. And you have to take care of it from what you consume, what you eat, drinking. Alcohol damages the body, any substances that are, chemical substances that are damaging also, etc. But keep in mind little things like taking yoga once a week, or doing like running around the track or a walk around the block, or anything that moves your body is extremely important for your cardiovascular health. You absolutely need to take care of that. You also need to drink tons of water with electrolytes. You have to sleep properly. If your hormones are out of whack, or if you're not sleeping properly, or you have a thyroid issue, you'll know because your weight fluctuations, and you'll have to take care of that and work on your hormones. Go to see a doctor for that, or go on a naturopathic, path where you can just take natural remedies that you can take care of your body with. And there's so many things that you can do. As you know, the internet is loaded and full of information of what you can do to take care of your body. But that is how you're actually going to get through the toughest times. Because when you don't feel good and your body doesn't feel good, and you feel like you can't get up from the couch or the bed, or you can't barely get from one room to the other, or you can't really stomach life, and you just are feeling horrible, and you feel kind of, muddy in your head, you're just not thinking clearly, and you feel like you're just kind of it's like you're being dragged behind a truck, that feeling of just being dragged through life. It's impossible for you to reach the goals that you want to reach. It's impossible for you to become the healer you want to heal and make a difference in people's lives and become a healer. It's impossible to do that if you're not taking care of yourself. And it's impossible to help your family members. It's impossible to help your children. It's impossible to be there for your spouse, or to even attract a spouse. It's impossible for any of this to happen if you don't put yourself first. You have to get out of the doldrums. You have to get out of the heaviness. You have to get out of the internal mental loop that goes in cycles of doom and gloom and feeling bad. You have to, like, with a force of Zeus, you'll have to put your foot down. I should say Hera, force of Hera. Put your foot down, and you have to say to yourself, this is one life that I have here now. This is it. And this is the chance I have now to make it count, make it good, make it valuable, to make coming to this planet it was a useful experience. You don't want to leave this planet and look back and go, what was that all about? What did I do there? I suffered through the whole thing. Like, you don't want to look back and say that. Take this life seriously. Take your health seriously. Take your mental health seriously. Take the people in your life who are looking up to you and looking for answers or support. Take that seriously. This is not a joke. This is real. This is real inside of a dream. How about that? Put that in your proverbial smoking pipe and smoke it.
Pipe and smoke it.
Whew. And
I got a spirit shout out.
Great. And
Someone also what?
A spirit shout out.
Spirit shout out answer?
Yeah.
Okay, what is that?
Anna Walker. Okay, so it's a little complicated.
A little complicated answer to the spirit shout out. TT. TT, yeah.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
So Anna Walker, her boyfriend Jeff
Yeah.
passed away in February.
Sure. Okay. Wow.
In November,
Yes.
his aunt TT passed away.
Okay, so
There's one more family member. And in April, Jeff's brother Jason passed away. So
and what's her name?
her name is Anna.
Anna. God bless you. No, seriously. This is a major time in your life. In the last 6 months, 3 people that you have known have passed away, and they're people that are directly tied to you. So TT is coming through. Guys, if you're just tuning in, I do spirit shout-outs where the spirit guides and people who have crossed over come to me first and say they have a message for someone who's watching. It's wild. It's awesome. I love doing that. It feels so incredible because I connect to them and they're very much alive, guys. So I don't have mediums. We don't feel the pain about it. We just feel, okay, so there's a person here just saying hello. TT saying hello. Of course, she knows you're watching. Jeff is her boyfriend, right?
Yes.
Anna's boyfriend. I'm asking about Jeff to TT as I'm talking to you guys. Yes, he is. She's like, he's not here right now, but I came to tell you that he's in class and he's studying and he's learning forgiveness. I think that he had some deep family stuff, Jeff, that was going on, and he's working on that on the other side. And TT came as the ambassador to say this to you, Anna, that they're all okay on the other side and that they're cheering you on, and that if it helps to go to the site, I guess that means the grave site or the cemetery. If it helps to go there, that's fine. It's like they're already with you on the way there. It's not like they're waiting for you at the cemetery or the memorial site, whatever this is that they're showing to me. They're not there. They're with you on the way there. So it's like you think you're going there to see them. Meanwhile, they're like in the car with you going, okay, let's go. All right, we did that. Now we're going to go back with you because we're going to be we're accompanying you. So they know how much this has broken your heart. Yes, they do. And they want you to know, let's fill those cracks with gold. That was an old technique that was used in Asia back in the day. When something cracked, they would fill it with gold to add more beauty to the form. I don't know if you know that, but it's true. I think it was done in ancient China. So they're showing that. Please tell TT's kids that she's fine. Thank you. All right. Now, the spirit shout out I had was, there are 2 names I need to address, Colleen and Mark. I don't know if you're Colleen or Mark, but there's a Colleen and a Mark I need to talk about or talk to. Okay.
There was a Colleen.
There's a Colleen here already?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll find it.
Thank you. Sure. Colleen, just say hello so we know who you are. Okay, I have one more spirit shout out, and May 29th is a date that is relevant here to one of you. May 29th. That's not far away.
I got Colleen.
Colleen, hi.
My brother Michael she said Gabe's birthday, 2/21/78. He transitioned on July 6th. 2014.
Sorry, so it's not Mark, it's Mike. Thank you, gotcha. All right. Mike is saying hi, but he said Colleen, and then I thought he said, hi, this is Mark. I guess he said Mike. Yes. Wants to know that he loves you, wanted to make a very definite call out to you during this live, Colleen, okay? That he is, look, it was written in the stars, you might say, that he was supposed to be on the other side. And he blesses you, and he's showing the kids, are these your kids? He's just going like this. When someone goes like this on a low level with their hand, it means like these are the children because they're shorter. Even though they might be grown, it still refers to that. And he's messing up your hair. He likes your hair. Do you have curly hair? The way he's messing it up looks anyway, that's what it looks like to me. But he just wanted to take this moment to say hi to you. Okay.
We've got 2 May 29th.
2 May 29th. Thank you.
Shanna, her son is graduating on May 29th. Moanne, her dad's birthday, he's still with us.
Yes.
May 29th.
Thank you.
His name is Robert.
Thank you. This is a message for Robert, because there's a gentleman here on the other side. This must be Robert's dad, I guess. It's usually, when I get a birthday, a lot of the time it's the parent who's talking to the kid. So I'm not surprised that that's your dad's birthday. And the dad's name is Robert?
Yeah.
So give that message to Robert. There's an older gentleman here on the other side who's claiming that as his child, which is your dad. Seems to be his mother's father. No, sorry, that's your, wait, what was, he's correcting me. Mother's father. So Robert's mother's father, not Robert's dad. Robert's mother's father. Thank you. Coming through, telling him, what's the message? So he's giving compliments or a pat on the back to your dad about like walking the straight line in life and doing his best to walk the straight line in life, and that he's a good person. He's patting him on the back, and those are the words he's using. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you.
Colleen said she shaved her head and it's growing back curly.
Oh, Colleen goes, she shaved her. So her brother came through, guys, and said her name, and then it's like going like this to her head. And I was like, do you have curly hair? And apparently Colleen shaved her head, and her brother from the other side sees this and said,
and it's growing back curly?
It's growing back curly. All right.
Okay. So Anna S. Hi, Riz, Lady O, and Erica. Happy to be here with everyone tonight. Any messages from my spirit guide?
Yeah, Anna, do you know how to play a musical instrument? They're talking about a musical instrument. Please answer that first. Okay, next.
Somebody asked me a question while they're thinking about their answer to you. How do you keep up with, where did it go? I just saw it. I don't know.
Oh, mystical matter? Was it that one?
It was, how do you keep up with something? Anyway, I think the question was, yeah, it's like, how do you keep up with everything and just manage everything? Yeah. I'm going to be honest with you. You have to simplify. You got to simplify everything. Like declutter. You know how you declutter your little junk drawer? Mm-hmm. So your life is like that. It accumulates things, places to go, people to see, things to do. And it becomes so overwhelming at times. You look at it and realize, why am I doing any of this? You have to actually make everything matter, and everything has to be important to you, and it has to be feeding you in some way. So you have to reevaluate your life and see what needs to go, what you don't need to do any more of, what you need to replace it with. Simplify your life out so you're not running from thing to thing as much, and so you have less on your plate, but those things you have on your plate, you can put more time and effort and energy into it. So it gives you the feedback loop. You get more from it. So you'll benefit greatly from the things that you do decide to keep. And that is how you feed your soul. That is how you feed yourself. And that is how you feel rejuvenated by your own creations.
I find that totally. And there's this daring move that you can do in your life, guys. That daring move is a little exercise, and I want you to see how this works, right? Because we're so busy, we all have our lives to live, and it seems like it just gets more and more and more and more. We're waiting for some day where either a lot of money comes in or something happens where we don't have to do as much anymore. Gotcha, I hear you. Now, there is something to be said for the art of doing nothing, or doing something that is quote-unquote selfish. Meaning turning the phone off and going to do something for a few hours. Yes, a few hours in the middle of the week, not on the weekend. I don't care when it is, before work, after work, where you tell everyone, I'm not available for the next 2 hours. I'm just not available. And do whatever you want. I don't care if you go and sleep on the grass by the pond, or you go sit with a bunch of books in Barnes & Noble and just look at things that make you happy. what will happen is what you are doing is it's almost like you are dropping a stone in the pond, and that is sending a ripple into the universe. And the universe is working with you. It is responding to your vibration. So if you're saying this is what a priority is, then all activities and all energies will start to manifest around that thing, just like everything else in your life. So if you decide, well, my centeredness is this is a priority, and me just doing nothing, I don't care if you just stare at the wall for 2 hours. That's your time to do that. And this is incredibly important. It is the format of nature. Nature also has to rest. What we call the resting stage. Not everything's blooming all the time. Not everything's harvesting. Not everything's planting all the time. This is a time of rest. It's called a winter. So everything is in cycles, but your day should have that. Each day you should have a cycle of that.
Absolutely.
Each day you should have a little winter time, which means that you drop in.
And if you wanted to be just a little bit more magical, so life is not just so practical, everything is so structured. What I would suggest, everybody has their little gifts. Some of you are hiding them. Some of you don't want to admit to your little gifts that you have.
Or they don't believe in them.
Yeah, it could be,
Right.
music, art.
Psychic work.
It could be a number of things, right? Some people it's just writing. Some people it's writing in their journals. Some people it's writing books, drawing. It could be painting,
Yes.
redecorating. It could be a number of things. And so as you start to give yourself those little things, you'll start to notice there's more magic. Now, inside of those little things, you can bring more magic to those areas because there's more room in your creativity for magic, because it's magical what you're doing. So you can add more magic where it's so difficult to add magic to your 9-to-5 job, and you're standing there dealing with people, and it's like, how do you bring magic to that?
Right.
But if you go home and turn on the candles and turn off the lights and turn on the music and put all the things together that you want and make it beautiful and magical for yourself, then you can start to tap into that magic again. It's not too late to have magic. It's not too late to feel magic in your life. You can have magic tonight. You can have magic. This chat right now could be magic for you. It could be magical for you.
Perfect. I have some more spirit shout-outs. Shall we get some spirit shout-outs going? I feel like I haven't rung the bell in a while. We're going into Rocket is dictating nap, sleepy mood time, so I got to ring the bell. All right. There was...
That's a grouchy dad right there.
I believe he's passed on. He was a soccer player by the name of Pele. Pele was a legendary soccer player. I believe he's on the other side. Somebody out there who had someone who was a big fan of his who passed away also? Do you have a relative, a close person who was into that or has some story about Pele? That's coming up in the spirit shout out, guys. Okay. Number 2, the name Abby is coming through to someone I need to talk to, or this person's name. So it's Abby or Abigail. Please let me know about that. And number 3, okay, this is a story. Someone is coming through, was telling me a story about, how we have potholes in the road, right? And then we have these speed bumps that are usually in residential suburban neighborhoods in America, we have these speed bumps. Someone was always complaining about this all the time when they were alive. And this was the ongoing joke or the ongoing fight about this pothole or speed bump that was in front of their house. So if that's you, I'd love to hear that story because someone is here talking about that.
We had an answer from Anna. You asked her about instruments.
Yes.
She used to play the keyboard and piano back in the day and attempted guitar. I love singing.
Music, thank you. So Anna asked if there's any messages, and her guides were coming through and said it was a musical instrument. And she says she loves singing. That is it. It is about feeding that joy, feeding that. Listen, Anna, I feel that when that comes through, that kind of message, it's because it's really a part of you. Music is that for you. For some people, it's something else. For you, it's that music. You must do that. And you must do it without saying, what am I going to do with it one day? I've been down that road too as a musician. You got to let it go. Art has a way of ripping your guts out when you don't do it, and then filling your guts when you do it, right? It fulfills you, it feeds you, it nourishes you, and you're starved when you're not in it. So please do that. That's a big message from your guides. You'll find a lot of joy for yourself this year for that. Also, I see some really good news for you around October, November. It's like that news you've been waiting to hear. And how do I know? My guides show me that symbol of like a gift at that time. So there you go.
Okay, you ready for the next question?
I am.
Okay, so we have Griselda. Robert, my friend, passed 2 years ago, would love confirmation that he has been trying to connect with me.
I'll ask for that kind of question. Let me ask my Red Eagle.
Earlier for Anna S, you asked a question, didn't you?
Yeah, we already answered that one just now. Yeah, that was the musical one.
Okay.
Red Eagle is saying, it's a little bit more detailed answer. It's not just a yes or no. He's saying, I mean, I'll say yes, and then I have to say, you have to, yes. So he's connecting you with you in those random moments, right? So that's what Red Eagle is saying. He's connecting you within random moments. That's great. I have to tell you, he's going to be your travel guide. He's like, not Red Eagle, your friend. It's like, he's the one that's going to be, I always feel that there's, not always feel, but sometimes there's a person who comes across who's like, that's what I want to help them do is take them around, not just to other countries in the world, but also to new places where you live, just being your guiding light, physically to take you where you need to go. That's what they keep showing me with that. Oh, sorry, this is going to be more spirit shout outs. Somebody's dad is here who is talking about, they used to be called CB or ham radios. Were they called ham radios? Mm-hmm. Okay, CB, that's what I know it as. Mm-hmm. And you have it. You still have it in your house. Or you still have it. Please let me know if that's you. And also the name Raj or Roger is coming to talk. I have to talk about this. I don't know if this is somebody who's crossed over, but my guides are saying to talk about this name. Thank you. Let me know, E, if there's...
I'm working on Abigail.
Abigail's
right
here?
Now. Yeah. I don't have a date yet.
Date? I just wanted the name of Abigail.
When the person crossed. Do you need that or can I go in? Okay.
You don't need the date. I don't know if that is. So we do have an Abby.
Right.
Who's saying what?
Okay, so the person is Monica.
Mm-hmm.
There is an Abigail
on the other side. Thank you.
So Abigail is the daughter of my friend Eliza. Abigail went to my mom's daycare and then took her kids to the daycare. The father of her children shot her.
Got it. Okay. Well, number one, with that terrible, terrible way to cross over, she's not in that now. They are not in that. She's fine. She's coming through into this happy live psychic reading Sundays, and she knows you're watching. So let everybody know that she's fine. It's not easy to forget about how she died. Certainly not. We're never going to forget, but we need to not make that the focus of what we attach to her name. It shouldn't be Abigail was murdered. Oh, my friend Abigail was murdered. I remember my fellow Abigail, she was murdered. No, take that part out. Just talk about your friend Abigail who is in spirit now. And sending all the love to this daycare center and all the children, and she will be like goddess energy watching over everyone, okay? Thank you for sharing that. Look, she came through to say that name. So that's a good thing. Many blessings to all of you guys. Okay, next one.
Do you remember the message right before this one to Griselda?
I don't.
Oh, okay.
What was the message?
She's just saying Robert was an air hostess before we met. Ha ha.
Yes. So the message was that he's going to take you traveling, and Robert was an air hostess. Hostess or host? Maybe it was just Robert was gay, and so he's just some air hostess.
That's the feeling I got when she said that.
All good, baby. Whatever rocks your world. Okay, let's go.
Athena Blue. I have always felt that I'm being watched over and protected.
Oh, Athena Blue. I mean, just the blue colors, all Archangel Michael energy over you.
There have been several instances where I felt their presence, but I don't know who it is or who they are. Can you help me bring this more to light?
Absolutely. So number one is create in your home and what I call, just for lack of a better word, I call it an altar. But an altar is used in all cultures, all religions. So let's keep it. Let's call it an altar. Make your altar. And in your altar, I would put a few things, and I talked about this actually recently with you, that anytime when I would have an altar, I would have things that people would be surprised. I would have a couple of things that meant something to me, like I would have the crystal, and then I would have the owl feather and the sage, but then I would have like my wrestling doll. As I would have a little
we were just talking about in our last episode.
Yeah, I would have a little Hulk Hogan thing, or I had a little concert ticket from one of my favorite heavy metal concerts that changed my life, because that has powerful spiritual energy, guys. It's not always sometimes it's not the crystal. So you put that there on your altar, my friend, and allow that. The altar is a place where you connect. It's not a place where you're not worshiping the items on your table. These are power objects that help you drop into gratitude, to fun, to joy, to beauty, to love. And then that's the vibration through which we connect to our guides. So Archangel Michael is one of them connected to you. Also, I want to say that your guides are talking about your feet and putting a lot of energy onto your feet. Take care of these feet. Like, get the pedicures, get the foot massage, spend a little extra to take care of that, because there's some circulation issue with you. I see hot and cold, different temperatures of the body going on with you, and this reflexology is going to really help you. If you can find a Thai massage place near you, best technique ever. Okay.
I think we're due for a Thai massage.
Seriously, let's get on it this week, please.
Oh,
I have so many shamanic journeys this week. Let's just meet after.
You said that, and I just went, oh, man. The last one we had, I think we were in Japan.
Yeah, I love Thai massage, and I love massage by our amazing friend Jenny, but
yeah,
she's always too busy for us, Jenny. She's looking at the screen like going, I'm not. I told you I would come and do work on you guys. No, you didn't. She did, actually.
Erica, are you keeping track of the spirit shout-outs? So there's more things coming in.
Is there spirit shout-out confirmations?
Lineups for you.
Yeah.
Oh, let's go. Let's hear the spirit shout-outs.
Zelda said, first of all, she has goosebumps all over. She did mean hostess. He was gay, and she called him Venus.
She called him Venus?
Yes.
That's so funny. So thank you, Griselda, for dropping in. And yes, that's what Robert's doing for you.
We've got... Was there a Roger?
Yes, there was a Roger.
There's two Rogers.
Okay, well let's kill two birds with one stone. Can't kill them; they're already dead. So how can I kill them? They're alive. They're not dead, but they're alive, just like all of us. We've died 10,000 times already, guys. There's nothing to fear. We have died more. You have died more times than you would care to remember. So have I. Be more and more supportive of that truth with yourself. Support that truth within yourself, and you'll start to relax into life and go, this is another interesting adventure, even with all of its dramas and traumas and triumphs and wonderful things. It's all part of it, okay? So, Roger.
Okay, so Danielle.
Is it Roger Moore, my favorite James Bond? You know, he's crossed over. He was my favorite Bond. Sorry, guys. He's not usually a lot of people's favorite James Bond. They tend to like Sean Connery. Give us some little Sean Connery impression, Erica. I put you on the spot. Do it.
Hello, I'm Sean Connery.
Do it loud.
It's hard to do that. Hello, I'm Sean Connery.
That's not bad. Okay. Back to the Roger. First, Roger number one. Let's go to that question.
Danielle, my dad, Roger, had a CB radio.
Oh,
yay!
Danielle, high five.
Double whammy.
High five.
That's it. He passed in July 2020, and
that's the message. We got Roger. We got the name. I said the CB radio. Danielle, what more do you want? He's doing great. This is his cosmic CB radio to you, my friend. Do you remember a group called the Bay City Rollers?
Yes.
You do?
Yeah, I actually do.
How do you? That's pretty good. Okay. They had a song called Saturday Night, and that song is playing in my head for the last 2 days. And I'm trying to think, does it have something to do with you guys? Was someone a huge Bay City Rollers fan out there? Because it's still playing in my head. SATURDAY,
no.
Night. You do know the song.
I really do.
Oh, it's cool. My favorite song, thank you for asking what my favorite song was from the Bay City Rollers. I'll tell you what they were. How lovely of you to ask, Danielle. Thanks for thinking that question, Danielle. I wonder what Riz's favorite song from the Bay City Rollers is, as he's giving me a message about my dad who's on the other side. And I'm laughing, but I'm also crying. Well, since you asked, Danielle, my favorite songs by the Bay City Rollers are Saturday Night, Yesterday's Hero, and Rock and Roll Love Letter. Look them up. They're very catchy. All right. Next, Roger. Roger that.
So the next Roger would be Taylor Peel. Her uncle, actually, he passed 60 years ago. He died at birth. It was her father's twin. And she's gotten a message many times from psychics saying that he's around her, her guide.
So Taylor Peel said that her uncle passed when he was a baby.
Yes.
When he was a baby?
Yes.
Okay, meaning he died as an infant.
Yes.
The gentleman named Roger.
Her father's twin.
Her father's twin died at birth. Mm-hmm. Wow. Mm-hmm. And other psychics have told her. And add me to the list. I don't like to be added to any lists, but I'll say this one I'm happy to be on as one who confirms that Roger's with you. Thank you. Okay.
Okay, so next one is Mystical Matter.
Mystical Matters.
I forget what's her name. Did she tell you her name?
No, I don't think
I think
so.
she...
Is this a repeat person?
She had...
We've actually already answered that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
okay. So Lisa
How about
Ford.
one more?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I would love some.
Ready?
Yes.
Right. Look up again.
Smells like a spiritual...
Instant Spiritual Bookstore spray. Brought to you by the MIRZAs.
It should have
Let's make a spray called Instant Spiritual Bookstore.
It should
That's
have
the best name ever.
It should have it on the bottle. The label should say Mystical Spiritual.
That's what we were saying in the
Bookstore.
beginning.
Oh, I wasn't.
Yeah, you were busy with that.
That? Okay.
Yeah.
So Lisa Ford, wait. She got all the names and dates. Okay. Lisa Ford. So this is a big one. So sit back and take it all in because a lot of people. I lost 4 siblings. Would love to hear from any of them. Lori, Fran.
I just need to know who's
Matt,
number 2. Who's
Mike. In gratitude. Lori is 2018. Fran would transition in 2018. Mike in 2020, and Matt last November.
Yeah. I mean, I get a wave of it coming over me. But I want to talk about... So the 2 I'm going to talk about is Matt and Fran. And when was Fran?
Fran was 2018.
Fran is like, I got to tell you, she's coming through with such brains. And she very much... I don't know if you guys acknowledged her as very smart, but I'm going to acknowledge her as very smart. Fran has got quite a brain and quite a wit on top of it. Very witty, clever energy coming through here. Yes. I'm going to go into your 2 siblings, but I also want to tell you that your spirit animal is the raccoon, because that's coming through too. This beautiful, magical raccoon. Don't think of raccoons as going through your garbage cans. That's just, they happen to come across a garbage can. They're these magical forest creatures, right? And I believe they're nocturnal. So what's her name? The woman who's asking the question? Lisa, take advantage of the full moon. Take advantage of the night. Take advantage of walking by. Matt says walk by the lake. There's a lake. He says walk by the lake. Matt just jumped in. Matt's not wasting any time. Matt was met by his spirit guides, not just his siblings. He was met by his guides because he had a rough time. He's like, I had a rough time. I understand. Was there a John with this family also? I don't think that was in the sibling's name, but is there a John or a Jack connected to you guys? I'd like to know. I'm asking you that, Lisa. Fran, I think the mom is here also. Did somebody get the cookware or the silverware after one of these people? Did you get that, Lisa, after they passed over? A dish or something? They're showing me this stuff that goes along in the kitchen. I don't know if you were the one who cleaned it out or you took it on. But they're kind of blessing that. September birthday. And January. Big heart around the month of January. Please let me know what that is about. Was one of these people or the family into hunting? I mean, I see guns. Hopefully that's not how somebody crossed over. Unless it is, let me know. Not easy to talk about, but it's there.
Lisa Ford says, yes, Francis, John, and lots of Johns and a Jack.
Okay, thank you. Don and a Jack, thank you. I mean, needless to say, and I'll say it, is that they are all together. Everything is worked out. They want to make sure that you're okay. They want to make sure that you're also okay financially. They want to bless that.
Rita is our mom. Yes, I did get the brass silverware from India.
Thank you. That's why I said the silverware. Thank you. From India. How amazing. See, so those are your confirmations. Yes, they're with you. Thank you for being here and asking that question. I know what it's like to lose a lot of family members, so I'm with you, my friend. Okay.
Bernadette had I guess this is a confirmation. Mm-hmm. Pele was a famous Haitian soccer player. Mm-hmm. I'm guessing my grandmother Willie watched him play.
Oh, that's awesome. And that's who's there. It was somebody who was really into him. Saying hello to you.
I'm Carol. My mom is Elaine. Her birthday is May 21st. Mm-hmm. She died September 1984. Mm-hmm. Does she have any messages for me?
Yes, immediately coming through. What's her name? The daughter?
Carol.
She's come immediately.
I'm Carol. My mom is Elaine. Yes.
Carol. Yes, I got it. Carol. The energy's coming through very instantaneously. Sometimes it happens like that, guys. First of all, I want to talk about a necklace or a pendant because I felt a hand, probably your mom's hand, just go, she liked my beads. How cool is your mom for liking my beads? I got these in Sedona. Did you really look at these?
I did. I thought it was.
They're just regular, simple beads. It's just fabric wrapped around so beads, cool. And I thought it reminded me of the universe and the solar systems.
It does. It looks like planets.
But she just liked it. Was she really into jewelry or to handmade, crafty things? She wants to make sure that you are eating right, that you are making sure your digestion and your whole digestive system, getting that in order. And she's making sure it's about your health. So it's concerns about, and I don't mean this in a scary way. I just mean maintenance, being good to yourself in this way. She wants to make sure you do that. By the way, when she went to the other side, I don't know why she's saying this, but do you remember there was a woman, I know, Jane Fonda, the actress, used to have this workout back in the 80s. She became famous for this workout. Do you know about that?
Oh, yeah.
As a Jane Fonda workout, she's I'm doing my aerobics on the other side. She's really in this lively, bouncy body is how she's showing it to me. You remember those leg warmers? I know you're not expecting this kind of message, but literally they take on these really beautiful, fun scenarios for themselves. And it's maybe she always wanted to do this. Also, there's a man on the other side who is a fixer. Worked with wood, actually. I don't know who is that connected to you? Okay. That's the message about your mom. Yeah.
Some people have been asking about how the cats received Rocket.
The answer to that question, how the cats received Rocket, is you notice they're not here.
Well, Moomy, what you didn't know is at the very top of the podcast, Moomy came and stood right there. And she looked at my lap because she was going to come over here and she saw his face.
Oh, you are in trouble?
And she turned and walked out.
Yeah, so Moomy gets disgusted with things. She looks at things.
She's an Aries.
She's an Aries. She literally makes a disgusted face, goes like that when she looks at something. She's Poof goes into two modes. She either... It's funny because she was not scared of our big dog, our golden lab. She used to boss the giant dog around, and the dog was scared of her. This little thing scares our cat, Poof. She runs from her. And now I think she's kind of getting into it.
Yeah,
she's almost faking it.
It's like a fake run.
It's a little fake. It's but it's fake not in a cute way. She's I'm just going to use this to get attention.
Yeah.
Okay. Any confirmations?
Confirmations. One moment.
Sure.
Lisa Ford said, Rita is our mom. Yes, I did get the brass silver.
Oh, yes, we got that one.
Oh,
we got that one.
Sorry. Matt had a tough time dying of lung cancer.
Yes.
He's not ready to die. Love to you both.
Yes, Matt
Griselda said, and I remembered Robert was from Burma.
Okay.
That was a while back. Okay, so next question.
Yes.
So we did we do Amanda yet? No. Amanda. Hi, my name is Amanda. I'm new here.
Hi,
Welcome, Amanda. Thank you both. You are so entertaining. Well, thank you very much for that. I used to play violin professionally, classically. I don't play much anymore. Should I be? And I saw that she said something else.
You want to know what I actually
reading?
Amanda, yes, of course. I mean, I would never tell you to not play a musical instrument, but I want to see you or recommend to you, because I'm never going to see you probably do it. Unless you send us a picture, do it. Getting a big drum and playing along and letting rhythm come out of you. Working with that. It's a lot of root chakra stuff for you. Are you familiar with the chakra system? If you're not, plenty of wonderful meditations on YouTube. Get them for free. Put the headphones on, listen to them, chakra meditations, and work on the root chakra, grounding you. And drums really do that. Drums also work on the heart chakra, because think about it, we're born with a beat. And that beat, the beat goes on the rest of your life. It keeps going. That beat goes on, and it's about that rhythm. And it's more about that right now than just the violin. So you can do the violin, but I want you to stretch yourself a little bit more. Daily walks. Very, very important, the daily walks. I said something earlier where there was Matt, and then Matt said something about a lake. I have to go back to that again, Lisa. So is there a lake near you? Is there a body of water that you can walk around? That's what you didn't answer that question. Okay. Yes, Amanda. So there you go. Number 2 thing I would say to you, Amanda, is besides the violin, this is a very good time for you to start reaching out to some people whom you haven't reached out to in a while. I almost want to say is that wherever you you let the communication drop, just pick it up. Have those little, if you've been putting off the lunch with someone or the little meeting or the coffee, now's the time to do it. Don't make it so rough. Ease up on your schedule and just go ahead and do it. And have those little lunch dates, those little coffee things, because it's time for you to live and to connect and to share what you're doing. Just start talking about what you're doing or what you're interested in doing. Your spirit guides, Amanda, are wanting to kind of bring into your life those aha moments where you're having these conversations with people, sharing what you want to do, and then they say, oh, actually, I know someone who was looking for that. Why don't you meet? And then you do it. Or you make that connection that they refer you to. It's like that's the stage that I see you're at right now. All right.
Do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It is time.
I just looked at the time.
It is time to let everybody know all the fun updates.
Let's do some updates. Let's take a break and do some updates.
So we have, if I could recall, is the Circle of Light still available to have any more seats in Virginia?
It's quite full.
It's pretty full, right?
Mm-hmm. Maybe we can squeeze one person in.
Okay.
It's pretty full, though.
Yeah.
Let's just say it's full.
I think that date is full. Okay. So that is one. And then 2, we have... As a matter of fact, I shouldn't be the one to give this list because I have not gotten the updated list. Erica, do you happen to know what's the latest updates on the next retreats coming up?
Yes.
Sorry to put you on the spot.
So you guys who are just joining us, we lead. Yes.
Let's lead in.
Well, let's first talk about, because if you don't know, we lead spiritual retreats, guys. Amazing, fun, adventurous, magical, deep, profound, life-changing, healing retreats. I just came back from Sedona, 3 days in Sedona, where we were exploring the energy vortexes. We were going and meditating in Hopi ancient sites, Jeep tour off-roading to see the cliff dwellings and the petroglyphs, channeling circles in sacred spots, sacred medicine journeys. We had an amazing chef cooking meals for us. If you check out the pictures on my Instagram, Psychic Riz the Wiz, and you will see these wonderful photos. Also some in the community page. So Sedona's on the list. We go to Sedona several times a year, Mount Shasta. All of these are sold out for the rest of the year, guys. There's only one retreat that has some space. And by the way, I have people waiting for that who want to go into Sedona. But hey, the spots are still open for Egypt, the magical, mystical sacred pyramid retreat. You'll be with us, our private tour, our private everything, staying at amazing places, having amazing food. You're going to be at the pyramids. You're going to be on camels. You're going to be going down the Nile. You're going to be in a hot air balloon over the temples of Karnak. I mean, it's going to be unbelievable. All of this totally in the mystical, ancient, esoteric, all the teachings of ancient Egypt. We go into it, and you'll be with us personally. So that's in December, guys. That has some space. I just dropped
the link to the Sacred Earth Retreats page if you want to get more information, if any of you are interested. And
there's one thing I can talk about. Look, what we're doing in Virginia, and I think it's something that we can share with people more and more. For many years, we've been doing private retreats, and private retreats are where we come to a particular location where you are, and we set up a weekend. And it could be during the week as well. It's 2 days where we have a circle of light the first night, which is trance channeling, Red Eagle, group of people in the living room, your friends and family or coworkers, and everyone gets a message. The next day, a shamanic ceremony led by Oriah and I. And that is the most healing, transformative experience with the sound bath and channeling going on. So that is part of what we do as private retreats. So if you're interested in that, we do have a long calendar and schedule, but there are spaces over the course of this year and next year where we have some dates. And if you'd like to experience that, if you have a family that needs healing, if you have friends that have always wanted to do this, but they can't get to California to do a shamanic retreat, then there's a way to do it and have it where you are. Mm-hmm. And guys, for those of you who have businesses and have all your team, when you want to do team building, look, you don't need to take them to a week away somewhere. Do this where you are. This builds team, this builds trust, this builds prosperity. Everyone then becomes a better creator, worker, and team player with these experiences. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, and Polo just was mentioning how she felt about her journey, because we just came back from a group journey in Michigan.
Right.
She says if you have the chance, do a private group Circle of Light and Shamanic journey. It is life-changing, phenomenal, all in caps and exclamation points.
So that's what we do. So Egypt is open. Also India in January.
And
yes.
Joshua Tree.
Oh, Joshua Tree. No.
Joshua Tree.
Yeah.
Guys, go to the community page on our YouTube. You're going to see pictures of the Joshua Tree Alien Weekend, where I channel the extraterrestrial group. We are also in the sound bath in the Integratron in Joshua Tree, the most magical, powerful. It's a portal of interdimensional, intergalactic proportions, okay? And when we are there, the main event is we go out into the middle of Joshua Tree National Forest Park with our astronomer guides, with our high-powered telescopes, with our chairs and our LED candles on the ground. No one is around for miles. We're under the stars for hours with night vision goggles. You are going to see, and you see it every single time, not planes and not just satellites, but craft that is beyond what you would ever see on Earth, and they are above us, and you see them with these goggles. So if you want to experience that, it's this October. It's always a small group. The other retreats are bigger. This one is more personal, and that is, I believe, the first weekend in October. I mean, look, we have so many people apply for it to come, but we select the group just based on wanting the group to be working together. Not all groups are to be together. There's sometimes one group is on one retreat. We're like, man, these people were not the people to mix with the other people because they're just vibing a different way. But the spirit guides are in control. They bring everything together. We feel it out. Who wants to come to this one? Okay, this one's right for them. So look, the links are there in the comments. Take advantage of this. This is what we do. We've been doing this for a decade and a half, guys, all over the world. And nothing is better than, I feel personally, I like to spend on experiences, and you know that. Mm-hmm. It's like experiences. I have to have experiences. So I recommend it. Check out all the information. But yes, absolutely, all the retreats fill up fast. You do have to let us know if you're interested.
Some of you guys don't know that we have been active, hardworking, on the ground, in the trenches, shamans since 2010 when we got together and started opening our work together. I brought my modality, he brought his modality, and we created a healing center in Malibu from our home at the time.
In our home and on our property.
And for almost a decade, we had people coming in and out of our house and our property doing shamanic journeys, circle of light channeling sessions,
energy healings,
sound baths, magical nights. The memories of that time is incredible. And then from there, we started launching our international retreats because people wanted to experience those retreats with us. So then we started doing that. All the while, Riz is doing private readings. So he's been doing this since then. So this podcast is new. We've been doing this since October. We just started, and it's funny because some people go on and have their podcast to share their gifts, and they're like psychics, and you come get your reading, etc., or astrology or tarot or whatever. But with us, it's like we have done a lot of the big like brick and mortar like heavy duty.
And then our podcast was the last thing, not the first thing.
The podcast was the last thing.
Most people do the podcast first.
Exactly, and then is what I'm trying to say.
And then they kind of like build their career after the podcast.
Exactly. We did it the other way around. So when we come on, we're actually this is like a bonus gift. We're just sharing. This is the overflow, and we're just sharing the things that we have been doing.
Yes.
And you guys benefit by getting some of these like readings, and then just like you can join us on these retreats, and it's just a time for us to commune with you guys, and we really appreciate it, and we really love our community, and we are very happy to be here.
It's such a blessing. It's so much fun with you guys. It's been amazing.
And we have 3 podcasts. We have this Psychic Sunday that you're in now,
right?
And then we have during the week, we try to get to it every week, Midnight Madness, where Riz channels the spirit guide. I ask a question,
right?
And on any topic, you should go back and see what we've done, and we've had a lot of episodes we've done. I've even asked questions about Bigfoot, and we've talked about every topic under the sun. And then we've also have the 3rd one, which is a really fun podcast show, and it's called Psychic Couples React. So we have everything from reacting to paranormal TV shows to we have a little game show that we're actually going to do again. It's been really requested. It's very popular because a lot of people take the quizzes. So we have somebody come on and we give them a psychic test, and you can join us at home, and everyone is following along, and it's been really fun, and people want us to do more of that.
We'll do another one this week.
We're definitely going to do more.
Are we ready for more readings? Any confirmations? You want some shout outs? What do you want?
You can give a new shout out.
I am certainly going to give a shout out right now. I see a catcher's mitt. I see a baseball glove. This is connected to somebody who's crossed over, and it's one of you who's watching right now. Thank you. All right, let's answer some questions.
Okay, so Shauna Fayette. Do my guides or ancestors have any messages for me this next month on what I should work towards, as I have so much I want to do, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't want to get sidetracked or misled.
Right, exactly. The first thing I saw with you was anchoring. That was the first thing as soon as you started reading me her question, Shauna. It is about anchoring. Now, how do you anchor? Well, that is learning how to say no to some things. Learning how to say no to certain requests just to hang out. It is a time to preserve your energy. It is a time to conserve your energy. It is time to, certainly regeneration will happen, but you can't really make regeneration happen too much. It's more about becoming still and quiet and knowing that your time and your space is sacred and precious, but it is not fragile. This is something that, as a distinction, I need to make for all of you guys. We go, I can't expend my energy with other people. That sounds too nervous. You want it to be that you see it as a sacred space. There's nothing that is scary or anxiety ridden about this choice. You're just saying, I'm choosing to not do that, and bless it and bless yourself. So there's no tension there, right? This is about letting go of that guilt of when you say no. So one of the messages is there's a great old saying. It's saying, be as firm as necessary, but gentle as possible. As firm as necessary, as gentle as possible. That's the message for you about this. The other thing is, I'm also getting a health message is you need to have more healthy fats in your diet. So fish oil, like you're getting fish oil for your brain at night. Find a really high quality EPA/DHA fish oil for yourself. Because you tend to think a lot, and those engines are running. Speaking of engines, if you have a car, this also carries over into the vehicle that you are traveling in. Before you get in your car, walk around, look at the tires. Just check them out. Don't just get in your car blindly. You're going into a vehicle that's carrying you. Take a look. Do a circle around it. Check it out. Say, okay, is everything okay here? Tires seem to be okay. Let me start the car. Let me check the gas. Let me check is the oil light? Is everything good? Are these mirrors clean? It's not just rushing from one thing to another. It's more slowing down the segues in between. The segue is what you do in between the tasks. Work on that. That will anchor you. Okay. Spirit shout out.
Okay. On Hada on Fire.
Mm-hmm.
This is the pothole.
Pothole.
We lived on a dirt road with lots of potholes. My stepdad was Lee or Leander.
Yes.
He passed a couple of years ago.
He's Leander or Lee Anahata is still making the joke and the reference to that bumpy road outside. But he's very clever, and he's like, but there's no bumpy road over here. Now it's smooth sailing on the other side. And is enjoying, oh, thank you. He's enjoying this, what we're doing, and that you're watching. He's enjoying this. He's like, this is cool. That's actually the word, by the way, he's using. I say cool a lot also, but when I say cool, he's actually saying the word cool. And he wanted to just use this to say hello to you. And being a good mom. You're being a good mom. Relax. Relax. Relax with them. Thank you. Okay.
Baseball mitt.
Huh?
The mitt.
The baseball mitt. Who's the catcher's mitt?
That's Rogue. Her son, also named Lee,
Uh-huh.
passed in 2015, and he was a big baseball player.
Check this out, guys. Let's slow this down. I want the teaching moment coming through. Special teaching moment. Now watch how things are connected in reality. I was going to say the psychic world. There's no such thing as a psychic world. The entire reality is psychic. So Anahata, I got a message about someone from the other side. Follow along. Someone was coming to me and talking about this road with the potholes and the dirt in front of it and making jokes about it. I said, somebody's here. There's a man here making jokes on the other side. Anahata goes, that's my stepdad doing that. His name is Lee. Got it? Earlier, I gave a spirit shout out that said, there's somebody keeps showing a catcher's mitt. And you have this. There's somebody here on the other side. Guess what? Now we're giving a message to Rogue, whose son passed away. Who's with the catcher's mitt, guys, whose name is also Lee. So Anahata's dad is Lee, who gave me the message, and now Rogue's son Lee is coming through. Giving love, of course, just giving an acknowledgement. I mean, look, come on, you know that your son is an old soul. It's like this was just a short visit here. This was just to activate people into their hearts, into their love, and that's all. That's what it was. He's almost like, look, I know it's dramatic and it's big, but it's not for me as big as, yes, as big as his soul, as big as who he is. It was just one thing he had to do to make that visit. But Rogue, listen, I mean, I'm sure you're very spiritual. You already know you're deeply connected. But he wanted to acknowledge that baseball glove. Thank you.
Amanda's making me laugh.
Amanda? What's up with Amanda?
She's the one, the violinist. You said get a drum.
Yes.
She said, so in response to Riz, I will walk around the lake and make lunch dates, etc. However, I cannot see me buying a huge drum and beating on it. The HOA person will knock on my door.
So go to the lake and bang on it. Listen, go to the yoga studio and bang on it. Find a drum circle and go and bang on it. Your life and your spiritual joy and fun and message from Riz MIRZA is not going to be...
Hey, they have...
Is not going to be limited by the HOA.
But you know, they have drum classes and things you can take in like
go somewhere where they do it.
Studios and stuff. They have drum.
You hear Poofy? Poofy's crying.
Oh,
where is she? She wants to come out now.
She wants to.
Is she
come
outside?
In.
No, I think she's in the other room.
Let her out of the bedroom.
Yeah, our big black Poofy wants to come in. Okay, so would you like to go to the next question?
Sure.
Okay, hippie love. I've been getting some pressure tingling on the top of my head the last few days. Is it one of my guides trying to communicate with me? If so, who is it? My name is Yasmin.
Yasmin, I know that we've spoken before. And yes, I mean, look, you're very open. You know, I find, and I know I've connected with you before. Top of the head, crown chakra, of course. Our guides repeatedly will get our attention in a gentle way, sometimes prodding us, sometimes feeling the pressure on top of our head. But what I feel this is with you is that the guides are aware of the crown chakra work you're doing, but it's almost like there's a new step that you have to step through. And this could be I feel that this would be alleviated, this pressure, if you make a little pilgrimage to some place that you can get to. Doesn't have to be very far, but just should be a place where you say, you know, I haven't been there in a long time. It could be something you need to just take a drive to and say, I haven't been there. I need to go there. Now, this doesn't necessarily even have to be a spot in nature, though that's where one usually tends to think. It could be a museum. It could be a place where there's art. It could be a little cafe that you haven't gone to in years that you're like, oh, I used to love the little... You know what I was going to say just now? I was going to say arepas. You know what an arepa is? An arepa is a Colombian corn cake. That'd be funny if your guides are saying, go have some arepas. But, you know, that would make sense because just having something fun to eat or different kind of, it opens our vessel up more because we're surrendering to joy and to the real, not the concept of spirituality, but the actual realization within the body, a feeling, whether it's through dancing or it's through even having something yummy to eat. So that's going to help alleviate this pressure. It's like you're too much in some routine. And that's why we need to break it up. Like you're forgetting to do those certain things. Like, oh, I used to feel so good when I went there. How come I'm not giving that to myself? So do that, Yasmin. Okay.
Okay. So there was a confirmation from is it Shauna? Shauna Fight.
Shauna.
Beautiful. Thank you for the message. Also, my soul was craving fish tacos tonight, and this is confirmation that I needed to add this to my diet as I hadn't had fish in months.
Oh, she's the fish oil one.
Oh my God.
Fish tacos is good. Oh, damn. Now I want to have fish tacos after this.
Oh.
Is that place open? The one next to Circus?
Oh, no.
So there's this place in LA, and it is called Pablitos. I'm just going to talk about Pablitos for a second. Pablitos sets up the ovens and the cooking in the parking lot next to Circus Liquor in LA in North Hollywood. And they're just in the parking lot. They've got this oven where they make Mexican pizzas. Then they've got all the pots cooking and they're making the most unbelievable tacos. And oh my God.
Oh my God.
They cater to everyone. You can get vegan, you can get meat. And it is so high calorie. At least, even though it's high calorie, but at least it's all fresh. It's all fresh food. There's nothing processed.
Well, you,
God damn, I want that.
High calorie. That was it for me.
I did so good today. I intermittent fasted till 3 o'clock.
I'm doing it, guys. So.
Don't say no. Ew, I'm like Moomy now. Like my Aries cat. Okay.
So we're going to close with Miss Juliana's question. Mm-hmm. Riz, if anything to mention about, is there anything to mention or to, the way she worded it was kind of interesting, but my deceased cat, Stormy, I would be thankful.
Stormy, your cat.
Where was Poof, by the way?
Yeah, where's she?
She was just in your room and then she went in the garage.
Oh,
she came out of the bedroom and went in the garage?
Yeah.
That's where she has her bed and the cats sleep in the garage. Okay. I'd lean to a little bit more about Stormy.
You know, it's funny when I saw the name Stormy, immediately I saw this like dark gray, puffy, cat. But I don't know if that was just because
it's funny because I saw an orange and white one.
Interesting.
Or brown and white, light brown and white. I don't know. Is that your cat? I'm not getting anything from Stormy unless that's what your cat looks like, because that's the cat that I see. It might be the cat that you see.
Right.
Here's why that happens. Because
they change.
They change. Oh, God.
The soul changes,
They
right?
come through as a horse sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't see your cat, but I see a horse. And the person's like, I'm not riding a horse. Then I'm like, but here's a message from your horse, the horse. And they're like, but that's exactly what my cat would like to do.
So he's a male cat. He passed in 2022 and he was black.
Oh, so neither of us saw it.
I got like dark gray.
Yeah, that's not the cat.
No.
It should be, if he's a black cat, we'd know.
Yeah.
Let me ask Red Eagle. He's always good to, if I don't see the cat, he usually has a message. Yes, thank you. Stormy is always at your feet. Like when Stormy comes through, I don't know if it's a he or a she.
Male.
Male. When Stormy comes through, did he ever like lay on top of your feet in the bed, or did he ever bite your toes? Because it's kind of like he's biting when he gets your attention. This is what Red Eagle is showing to me. Red Eagle, like, he's very, very happy. Red Eagle's so funny. So your cat is like a farm cat now and rides on the back of like the goats and the sheep and jumps on top of their backs and is just going around the farm and loves it. Absolutely loves it. You'll see your cat again when it's your time to cross over. It's not your time to cross over for a long time, but when we do, we get reunited with our animals, even the ones when we were little. How fun is that going to be?
And Hata, confirmation, Lee had an insane sense of humor and would absolutely have said cool.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Cool. On that note.
Tight.
Oh, yeah.
We were watching,
cool.
That girl was saying cool.
We like watching Drunk History, you guys. It's so funny.
Yeah, it's a really great show, Drunk History. I love it.
You don't even drink, and you've never been drunk.
Never.
And you still are like, is that what happens?
Never.
I'm like, yes, Riz, that's what happens.
The closest I've ever been to being drunk was one time when we were in Japan, and I had one sake, and then I had another, and then I didn't feel so like much like myself. But that was it. Never been actually drunk. But
we're
thank you. That's it, right? We're closing up shop tonight.
And if we didn't get to your question tonight, please join us next weekend, and we will talk to you then. Much love, everyone.
Be well.
And catch us during the week.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.